You have been expressing your opinions, your complaints, and your perspectives regarding the game for these last few months. Twitter has been the place for it. Everyone, whenever they have some kind of qualm or something to complain about or something that they don't like with the game, Twitter's always the first place. But today, Bushiroad has given us an actual place. Sorry, I don't mean to slap this random deck in my hands, but Bushiroad has given us an actual place to provide feedback regarding Bushiroad games in a global user survey. It's actually the same survey for both Japanese and English users, which is huge. They oftentimes split it up, but this time, when they consolidate the data, they're going to put everyone together. And that is huge. And I implore you to answer this, because if you want to fix things with the game, if you want to change things, you want to see things get done, this is how things are done. This is how things get changed. And so today, using the Bushiroad survey, we are going to save Vanguard and express all of our opinions that we've been holding in for all this time. So here we go. Bushiroad TCG Global User Survey. Everyone's favorite. It is that time. We've had these before too, but they say, thank you for your continued support for Bushiroad trading card game TCG products. In order to provide you with better TCG products, playing environments, and services, we have decided to conduct a large-scale survey to gather a diverse range of feedback from everyone. Please let us know your honest opinions. Let's get it. All right, have you ever bought or played any of the following Bushiroad TCGs? Starting off with, of course, the one and only Cardfight Vanguard. I currently play and or buy the TCG. I have played or bought the TCG in the past. I have heard of the TCG but not play it or have not bought it. I have not heard of this TCG. All right, well, I currently play and or buy Cardfight Vanguard. By Schwartz, I have played or bought this TCG in the past. I do not currently. By Schwartz Blau, I have heard of the TCG but do not play it and have not bought it. Rebirth for You is the same. And finally, I'm covering it with my big old head over here, but the GOAT himself, Shadowverse Evolve, is here, of course. The legend, of course. Currently play and or buy this product, my favorite. So, now we get a whole bunch of new questions. So these are going to be for both Vanguard and Evolve, I guess, maybe? No, let's see. How long have you known about Cardfight Vanguard? More than 10 years, baby. I've been here from the start. Have you bought or played Cardfight Vanguard since you found out about it? Yes, I continue to buy and or play. From the following, choose the option that best describes your relationship with Vanguard. Oh my god, where's girlfriend? Where's girlfriend? Tournament player. I actively take part in tournaments and in the pursuit of victory. Casual player. I take part in tournaments for the overall experience. Collector. I collect Vanguard cards and products. Fan. I enjoy the world and characters of Vanguard. None of the above. Where is GOAT content creator? The one and only? Just kidding. I guess I'm more tournament player. I don't particularly collect, but I'm also a fan. Like, I'm both a fan and a tournament player, but they ask you to choose one, I'll choose one. I mean, if you insist. All right, then it's just Cardfight. Okay, just 5. Question 5 is like specific questions where you can fill in areas. So I guess we can do that. So, product, content, card, text, or illustration related. So this one's an interesting one. Don't like shy away from this just because you see text boxes. This is where we fill things in, right? So product, content, card text, I guess. Have they? I feel like the last couple of sets haven't had many erratas. Am I mistaken? Did set 10 and Festival Booster have a lot of erratas for English? I feel like they kind of improved that a little bit, right? I feel like they've actually picked up on checking, so maybe that one's fine. But product content. In the last year, Cardfight Vanguard has greatly shifted to prioritize sales of sealed product by consistently including strong generic cards that all users of a nation require, while also providing support for fan favorite decks and establishing new decks to play at the same time. Just pointing out a fast meta count here. That's probably going to be tournaments and or events related, or maybe others. I feel like this could also be product content. Overall, it is good that there are always new decks for players to use, regardless of which set they begin playing the game in. But this has also been met with incrementally, what is this? Is that the right spelling of it? If I spell something randomly, will tell me. Okay, cool. Incrementally increasing prices in the secondary market due to a lack of fast reprints, and oftentimes the new decks that are meant to be easy to build and beginner friendly are presented in the sets as incomplete and often require a very powerful PR card, which is distributed in limited fashion in order to complete said deck and make it actually competitively viable / playable. I believe that this approach is incorrect, and that if new decks are presented to players, they should be presented in complete forms, i.e. Gandiva. What else? What other new deck did they introduce that kind of was like done without a promo? Willista? But that's not a... I'm trying to think of a deck that's all in one set. Like Gandiva's basically all in one set. I wouldn't say Silhouette. I think Omino Grugio? Michu, yeah, Michu is pretty good. Lutetia. Yeah, Lutetia's good. Gandiva, Lutetia, Michu. Those are good ones. I guess Silhouette, we could kind of say, yeah, doesn't have a promo yet. No, but they suggest you play... I guess I'll hold back on Silhouette. Rather than requiring game-changing promo cards to finish said deck. I personally believe that Bushiroad should once again embrace distributing important staple cards, not just through high rarity slots in booster sets, which helps to push sales for both the company and card shops, but to also include said staple cards through various reprint methods. The current manga collaboration reprint method is a step in the right direction. But it would be optimal to also include these as shop tournament PRs instead of the current approach. Let me write down some other points here. Communication regarding PR distribution. Which PRs are distributed in which set, in what manner. And yes, let's write deck sets here. However, this being said, the idea of the stride deck sets as well as stand-up deck sets has been very well executed, and many players are enjoying the ability to play competitive Vanguard or have their first taste of a competitive TCG environment solely by purchasing one of these decks. I think it would be greatly advantageous to continue pursuing product design such as the stand-up deck sets and potentially adding to and potentially making their releases more frequent. Full stop. I guess I should say the reprints are good too. The reprints in these stand-up deck sets are also a very welcome addition and should continue to be implemented. I think that's about good. Furthermore, never mind. Furthermore, as has been shown by both the Chinese and Korean versions of the game, it is clearly possible for a non-Japanese faction, not faction, non-Japanese, not bureau. What's the word I'm looking for? Not faction, not bureau, branch. Yeah, there's clearly possible for non-Japanese branch of the development team / Bushiroad to adjust and adhere to the needs of their local player user base. Not local, of their user base, by changing how cards are printed or distributed rather than copying how things are done by Japan one for one. I greatly encourage Bushiroad International to continue to explore ways in providing unique, easy to access ways to begin Vanguard and assemble decks at a kinder price, and continue to learn from the other departments and language version approaches taken by the other branches of Bushiroad. I think that's fine. Good thing there isn't a character limit? Yep, because oh, I can't even do it. Anyway, tournaments and or events related. Boy, we're gonna be here for a while. Tournaments and or events related. While tournaments participation has greatly increased, doubled or tripled depending on the region, it has come at a cost where the tournament PRs effectively force players to participate due to the factor of potentially missing out on important deck-defining cards if they are not pulled. I believe that there are two ways to tackle this challenge. Either these PR packs should contain more than one card in order for the overall stock of cards to be higher in the English version compared to the Japanese edition, where cards are easier to come by, or the reprints of these PRs should be met with as much frequency as some recent examples, such as that of the EVA Grade 1 research order, which was reprinted to the point that its price became very user-friendly. And Yuika. I believe that much like has been shown by Shadowverse Evolve and other competing TCG titles, it is very easily possible to distribute shop tournament PRs as simply alternate arts of important cards, or some of the other PR alternate PRs from Japan, such as the character triggers or FR ride lines. Sorry, I forgot one thing in the product point. ES, please bring back SPs. and make boxes more attractive to purchase by removing FFRs. Overall, this comes back to the previously stated point that the English department should cater more to its own player base rather than copying that what Japan does one for one, e.g. the PR distribution methods seen in Korea. While the BCS and BSF circuits are great, there is a dash of dissatisfaction in how... actually, I'm not sure. Is there really any issue with BCS and BSF? I feel like people would want day 2 events, but... or like 2-day long events to have like BO3. Price support questions? Already kind of answered the price support stuff. I guess this is the chance to answer price support stuff, but I feel like price support is fine. Just BO3. I think just best of 3 in top cut would be fine. Yeah, just BO3 top cut. I believe that single player events would greatly benefit from best of 3 in top cut in order to make the games that decide who gets the invitation to Worlds and further prizing less impacted by luck. Furthermore, in Europe, it was seen that many venues and dates were revealed very late, which caused many players to not manage to make it to said events due to either work constraints or the lack of accommodation or other. I believe it would also be possible to explore other alternative events on top of the current circuits, such as BRO, to potentially give unsponsored Worlds invite slots or other alternate events that have zero competitive pressure for the more casual oriented player base as well. So like Koryuka and stuff are like completely unexplored. Anime and or manga related. Return of Continentals type events? Not really. Continentals were lame. Did someone say 0? Well, the anime... I feel like I've started every section with while. The anime itself has been an enjoyable watch, but it is noticeable that the most recent season has been suffering from facing issues and resolving plot points all in one episode, which can appear jarring. Some other points for improvement include... That's the first point. Point number 2, communication regarding PR distribution. What else? I'm targeting this mostly for English. Diversity cut in Japanese events together with a very small amount of rounds. Restriction list communication should be more clear, and a clear date for the English format should be given, much like how it is for the Japanese format. Please make sure that Worlds is united between English and Japanese versions, at least, rather than holding Japanese edition and English edition Worlds. It is 2023. Bit of Dear Days content. Please provide more reasons for Dear Days to be played, whether that would be tournament or ranked ladder incentives, or simply adding more story-based content. Is there anything else? The closing of Vanguard 0. It would be greatly appreciated if a new portable way to play the Vanguard franchise would be announced. I think that about covers it. Yeah. Any promo cards? All right, that's enough. All right, I think for Vanguard that's about it. Wrote a lot, wrote a thesis for you know, for the questions. Pretty easy to answer as well. How satisfied are we with Vanguard now? I feel like we're around here. I think it's overall a good time. I played Prison and Locals the other day, and I was like, wow, I actually had fun. You know, which I haven't. I'd say I haven't really felt in a little bit while I was playing Ganua. So I'd say satisfied is a good place. I would like to be very satisfied though. I would be very satisfied. Average? Nah, I'm not Kai, I'm not average. I'm satisfied. I think there's a lot to be improved, but it's also not. We forgot to write. I guess it would go in other defensive mechanics, right? Please explore defensive mechanics. Whether this would be removing the once per turn restriction from blitz orders or adding new mechanics that promote defense instead. All right, I think this is good enough. This is just about good enough. Next, how long have you known about Vice Schwartz? Technically more than 10 years. I used to, but not anymore. Regarding Vice, Guilty Gear Strive in Japanese, please. Thank you. Done. That's all my feedback. I don't know anything else. Here. Perfect. Vice Schwartz Blau. When did I find out about Vice Schwartz Blau? From the initial announcement, I guess. How long have you known about Rebirth for you? I think from the very beginning. How long have you known about Shadowverse Evolve? From the launch of Booster Set 1. I've known since before the Booster Set 1, since they announced it at WGP. Have I bought or played Shadowverse Evolve since you found out about it? Oh baby. I continue to buy and or play. From the following, choose the option that best describes your relationship with Shadowverse Evolve. Tournament player, casual player, collector, fan of collab titles, fan. Where's ambassador? Well, I guess tournament player again describes me best. Have you played the app version? I still play. All right. For Evolve, let's see. I mean, I am the ambassador, so it comes from a weird place, I guess, because I'm, you know, official. But at the same time, I think there are things we can express. Overall, I think that this is Bushiroad's best designed TCG right now. However, for the, let's see, the overall inclusion rates of higher rarity cards are well distributed, but due to the exhausted stock of BP01, this has made many staple cards that players need to play the game quite expensive. I believe that the game would greatly benefit from a second printing of BP01 in order to make sure that staples which have lasted for over a year in the Japanese format are easily available to all Shadowverse Evolve players. Power pull rates in SV, very nice. Looking at it from a Japanese version player perspective, the recent changes announced for BP07's pull rates have been a dream come true, and together with the wonderful distribution of promos as well as beautiful alternate art cards available via URs, the product for Shadowverse Evolve is always a great pleasure to open. I think the main point for improvement is to make sure that stock is always available for some of these key sets, and knowing which sets will be more long-term sought after due to having data from the Japanese version makes it easier to adapt to for the English version. All right, tournament and or events. So in the Japanese edition, the tournament scene is, in my opinion, perfect. It's genuinely, in my opinion, perfect. 2-day events. The only addition would be to add best of 3 to top cut in Grand Prix events, but otherwise, is there no space here? I think that the team has done an incredible job, from tournament organization to PR decisions. I guess I should say promo card decisions, all the way to catering to the more casual player base that exists as well. In the English version, however, I believe that we should most definitely embrace Grand Prix style events in 2024 because their grandeur and excitement in preparation is, in my opinion, a large factor in why competitive Shadowverse Evolve is so popular in its home country. While the products are fantastic, tournaments and a great competitive circuit are what motivate players to buy said products and take their plays to the next level and continue to engage with the community at large. Bring back those before SV Digital. This isn't a digital Shadowverse survey. Collab title related. I think the decision to pre-nerf Uma Musume is correct, and we can see that many lessons were learned from Uma Musume when looking at the Idol Master collab cards. Please keep up the great job. Other points include pushing for this game's availability on card market in Europe, having streamed events for all English Bushiroad titles, at least one event per region per year, a potential remote circuit much like BRO, or for SVE's inclusion in BRO in next year's circuit, a potential fused worlds in the future after the English edition has somewhat caught up to the Japanese version. Alright, I think that this just about does it for Evolve. I think that's more or less how I feel about it. Honestly, when I think about it, product is amazing. Starter decks are fantastic. Collabs are great. Like, Uma was a bit of a rough patch, but like English chose to, you know, be brave and make it better for the player. And tournaments are, I think, the main thing to improve. And basically, you know, make sure that we have huge events in the future. Because I think the current circuit won't, like, it's cool for the beginning of the game, but I think next year we really should be promoting like this game as one of the big titles that can compete with the rest of the TCG world as well. So, oh yeah, I guess others would be more, I guess let's go with product. Regarding product ideas, stats, dice, as well as full playmats with play point counters would be incredibly appreciated. I think that's a good one to add. Good point. Overall, how am I satisfied with Shadowverse Evolve? Very, honestly, every time I play Shadow vs. Evolve, or, you know, I'm just like, I'm playing it a lot right now because we have a Grand Prix coming up, and honestly, it's like, it's great. It's great. Bandlist frequency, Shadow vs. Evolve balance is quite good. You don't really need bandlist much. Alright, I think that just about does it. Any other feedback and suggestions for Bushiroad below? Please make worlds truly worlds, and also stream at least one major event per region per year as part of your PR push for your games. It is quite obvious when looking at other competing TCGs that this PR move is very powerful. Give DifferentFight access to your official Twitter account. What would I even do with that? Privacy policy, we're good. What's my gender? Male. What is my age? 23 to 29. Where do you stay? I stay at home. Haha, where's home? Japan. 3 winners will be chosen at random to receive a special Bushiroad playmat. To enter the draw, please enter your previously Twitter account below. DifferentFight. I've doxed myself. Alright, but this is cool. I would like one of these Bushiroad playmats. They're pretty sweet. Alright, that's it. That's the survey. Obviously, I put in more effort than the average person. 37 minutes is what it took me. Maybe 35, I guess, not counting the intros and stuff. But I think that overall, you know, we answered that as we should. We, you know, gave it our best. And I think that it's better to write too much than too little. And there aren't as many questions this time to, like, you know, give those kind of like multiple choice based answers on instead. So I highly implore you, you know, if you're still watching at the end of this video, to answer the survey. It really does help a lot. And if you have points that you want to express, you really have to voice them here. Think carefully about it as well. You know, try not to forget things or that you've been concerned about for a while. It'll definitely go a long way. But with that, dear viewers, if you like this video, give it a like. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. And if you want to support the channel another way, get some access to the bonus content, then you can become a YouTube channel member as well down below and join my Discord for special access to several hidden channels too. But with that, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.